What's up, family? Welcome once again to Mr. Parker's Neighborhood. You know, I'm Mr. Parker, and I'm doing it again. I'm bringing you another Riverview reunion piece. But this brother here, before we go any further, welcome to the show, brother Roger. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great, Cecil. Thank you, man, for having me on the show, man. I'm honored. Thank you, my brother.
We're gonna play a little game to get things started. Now, for the people viewing, here is your what does Roger do? Is he A radio announcer, B, a writer, C, baseball player, D, entrepreneur, or E, only one of the other four? All right.
Audio
Roger, tell him what you do, Rod. Tell him what you do.
Well, actually, Cecil, man, I'm a African-American children's author right now as we speak. But before that, I graduated from Riverview Gardens in 1984. I was a United States Army veteran from 85 to 93. I was a transportation liaison specialist where all I did in the military was drive for military and civilian dignitaries, from the president to Andrew Young, Maynard Jackson, people of that category. So with that, I had that my whole tour during my military career. Once I left that, I came to St. Louis from DC, and I worked for the St. Louis County government for 23 years. And with that, I retired in 2012, and everything from that has been in the arena of early elementary education and putting that emphasis on our babies being where they can highlight their skill set and promote themselves as a brand as a young age, getting them back into the creative mode of writing. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you can't read, you can't write. If you can't write, you can't read. And if you don't have that piece by third grade, it's going to be hard playing catch up fourth, fifth, and fifth grade. So, you know, right now they're taking penmanship out of school. And I think that's really important that we gravitate back to that, to getting our babies creatively thinking and putting themselves in a position where they can market themselves and their intellectual property.
All right, yes, sir. I mean, you hit all that good stuff. We're gonna build up and get to that. But Roger, I'm gonna ask you a question. Now you say you got one in 84. So that means you was with Jesse and them and Beck and Hank and all, and y'all was all crew together.
Yeah.
So that means you was there when Riverview had their last, Riverview Junior High had their last little talent show. I think you in that group, man. Was you in that
group? I was with JC. Brendan brought me out, and I closed out.
Yeah. You was. Oh, see that? Okay, that I take that back. I ain't as mad at you then, Rob. I thought you was with Jesse and them when they sang "Girl" and had all the girls going crazy, and they got ready to leave. But you with the rap group. We cool.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm good. Look, I'm Hank J and Von Swan and the boys.
That's it. Okay, I'm good. And I won't be mad at you like like I had planned on it.
All right, we good.
There you go. Yeah,
we good.
Yeah, it was, brother. I mean, I remember. I said, well, I'm gonna have to ask Roger. Was you in that? But no, you was rap. That's right. You rap because it was Ben, you, Spider, Tony,
Hank,
Hank, I mean, the whole, I got you now, okay, we good. So we good then. Look, we good. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone then, fam. All right, moving on. But like I said, man, we I mean, in getting involved in the rap. We just did a documentary piece, me and G Wiz, about hip hop of St. Louis and the volume 1. And I'm surprised because I didn't trip off of it because I was there. I was with everybody hanging. But when we started putting pieces together, Riverview Gardens, man, we put some history in this hip hop in St. Louis.
Hey man, that's as far as I'm concerned, man. Spider-Man and JT, man, they were the North County ambassadors, man. When we were coming up in the mid-70s, man. You got, remember I said to the mid-70s, late 70s, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So with that, you dig, man, them brothers was really intricate in really bringing the neighborhood together, man, and just having something to do outside of the norm than what we did at the time, working in sports and school. So you dig, Spider and them took us under their wings, young, man, Dr. Wu, Spider, Kid Cool, Sharp,
yeah,
you know, the whole clique, man, you know what I'm saying? And they put us under their wings, man, and just kind of showed us how to navigate and put things together in the entrepreneur spirit, but they did it in music, you know what I'm saying? And put where they gravitated the sound, man. I think it's something that you guys need to put back together, man, and bring back to light to show our grandkids this how it used to be and this how I can go back to, and just let that rehash itself. We got a rich history here, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, and I mean, we're doing background check. I say volume 1, we show volume 2 is coming up. He's gonna make 3 volumes out of it. But in volume 1, I mean, really, when we got to put it together, and I'm sitting there, we doing an interview. And the people are coming in for the interviews. I'm like, okay, that's Ben. Okay, cool, Kid Cool Sharp. Here come Colonel Lee.
Right.
Here come Godfather.
Right.
Said, let me call. I called Cheryl. I said, hey, like you gotta have Cheryl the Pearl on here. Then we got to talk, and it was like, it was Top Jock and Lady. Top Jock and Lady. That was Cheryl. Right. And then like I said, got the GFC. Then you had like I said, y'all crew. I mean, it was crazy because when you live in it, you don't trip off of who it is. You like I say, it's just the fact of being family, and it takes years to go back and say, "Wait, whoa, hold up, I was there for all the good stuff." And like you said, it was the family piece to work. Y'all have battles at school, and lunchtime, before we got to tell you how we have battles at school. But it was family, and everybody was rolling with each other. Right. And I mean, that just and then that happened even during the midst of because you were there when the racial piece at Riverview in '84. I mean, when 80, y'all left. Well, y'all left the junior high. It was 81. Yeah, 81. Y'all went to the high school. That piece was I know it was different for y'all because when we came in '84. Y'all was like, hey, look here, this is what we do and how we do it. And I mean, y'all helped us come in and realize that, all right, it's a different ball game than junior high. And some people don't like us based on what we look like. Right.
But we took care of y'all and showed y'all how to put it down. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all know, man, y'all ain't finna walk into this trap.
Yes, sir. I mean, and like I said, that was the biggest piece because y'all showed us because there was nobody in the crew above us from y'all in y'all crew. It was like, hey, get your books. Sports is cool, but you need to have these books in order.
Right.
And y'all wouldn't let us, and again, make it so bad, y'all wouldn't let us hang out with y'all without saying, especially you. I remember you broke out it was me, I want to say Chris Cannon and even Cecil Granberry, the whole you like, look here.
Melvin, y'all, Steve, y'all.
You was like, look here, if y'all ain't having them books, we don't want to see y'all here talking about we want to rap or we want to hang out because y'all gotta get them books right.
We gotta get them books right, baby. That's what's up. And we push that and look what y'all turn out to be. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. And I mean that's why it's so good to hear about the stuff you were doing. Because like I said, when you left high school, even when you left to go off to service, and I want to thank you for doing that. When you left to go off to service, when you came back to visit, it was like, what's up with you? And we were like, oh snap, Roger come back asking what's up.
Because y'all was hot back then, man. Y'all was hot, man. I had to come back from Germany to check my little players out. Y'all was hot.
And I mean, like I said, it was just and that was the thing about it. I must admit, for that whole class, y'all passed down to us the value of showing the class behind us, the class is behind us when we became these seniors, that you got a family here. Yeah. We love y'all and we want y'all to do better than we did, or at least do exactly what as close as we did. Yeah. And I mean, you I mean, you was one of the model people to where we would do stuff and look and see, like say, you was doing, and were you involved in any of the extra pieces of review? Did you do yearbook or something like that, or you just was doing you?
I was just doing me and a student, man.
Okay, I say your example though, man, your example on how to handle yourself. For me, I saw that to where you made a joke and laugh, but when it came down to being serious, you handled your business and it was like, all right, look here, I ain't got time to play with y'all. But again, now I'm gonna show a picture, Rodgers. You can't be mad. I'm gonna show a picture from high school that you put up here. This is why we was like, yeah, that's what is that back there? Oh, pretty nigga. He just thinks.
Yeah, it was all good though, man. You know, it was what it was, you know.
And like I said, and again, you taught me how to talk to people better than worrying about what you look like. If you said, you told me that before, if you can hold a conversation, with a young lady, then you can talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Cause you like that what's up, babe? That ain't it. That ain't it. I think you was the first one to ever teach me to say, hello, how are you? I'm so and so.
Yeah.
And that was the way you broke conversation, because you said they ain't looking for that.
They ain't looking for that. You know what I'm saying? And you on a bigger platform, you on a bigger stance to how you see yourself. So when you present that, they see that. But if you ain't presenting that, they can't see that.
Man. Okay. So in your travels, when you went out to the service, what was it that made you decide when did you decide to be a writer or even think about the process of writing?
Well, it didn't really hit me till after I retired from the St. Louis County Government Center, and the Lord always put on my spirit being a kindergarten teacher. I've always wanted to be a kindergarten teacher. Okay. So with that, venturing off into that lane, going to school to elementary education, it took me in the mindset of what can I do to leave my imprint to where I can make a positive influence on our youth, because to me, as far as I'm concerned, I live my life, when I done did all that. I done partied, I done kicked it, I done traveled the world, I done seen all that. So my whole direction was, what can I do to give back to our babies that I've learned that I can give back to them, that they can use as a platform to build on what they already know. And that's just now getting into the atmosphere of creative writing and putting that in a platform where they can see themselves in their likeness and imagery, because that's everything. So if you can't see it, it's hard to believe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who's to say that we don't have the next Maya Angelou, Spike Lee, Dick Gregory, Jill Harper, Nathan McCall, Dick Gregory amongst our crew? You know what I'm saying? We have to give them that platform to understand that your intellectual property can take you to the next level, and you are marketable, and you are a brand, and treat yourself like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I said, and coming through, like I said, our thing was, like I said, we had a goal when we left high school, because of, like I said, people like you, because of James King, because of Stan TC. I mean, it was mindset in the word.
Yes.
To where we had to do something because y'all were doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, cause like I said, when we wanted to come back and do a reunion, we wanted to come back and say, hey, we got degrees. Like, and again, that was the whole other piece of it, because back then they were saying, oh, you want to review. As if we wasn't learning nothing or couldn't learn nothing. And it was like, what kind of stuff is this? So
right.
It gave me motivation. When I went up to college, it was like, oh, I'm bringing a degree back here, because now y'all ain't gonna talk that like we wasn't learning nothing. I mean,
but we knew that was for the haters. We knew better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So that's all that mattered. We knew what we was on. It didn't matter what you thought. As long as the view knew what we was on, that's all that mattered. Now you look at it, see, we are entrepreneurs, business owners, doing our thing, man, marketable, and now we just making an example. From now, when you say view time, we the hottest thing in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Oh yeah. Like I say, I mean, and again, it's funny because, like I said, we laughed back then. We was like, yeah, we were saying we're gonna be the Vashon of the county.
Yeah, and that's
as far as what they did and the way they held. Cause like I say, between Vashon and Sumner in the city, them the top schools that they talk about. But when it comes to the county, hey, it's Riverview. I mean,
it's Riverview and U City. You know what I mean? You know, and you got to throw Normandy in there. Normandy gets some love, but it's Riverview and U City, man. It ain't really nobody else close to that. If you looking at county, city, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But now coming through, as far as even coming through those times, being the way they were racially too, how did you keep your head and the crew keep your head on we got to do this?
Because we had each other, man. Believe it or not, Cecil, man, to prove a point on what you're talking about, man, I can't remember from my 9th grade year to my senior year having a counselor counsel me on what it would like to be able to establish to go to college. I've never had a counselor in Riverview from 9th grade to 12th grade. And that's not to throw salt on that. That was just at the time what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We was just trying to do what we tried to do to get in and get out. But at the same time, I can't recall, I'm sure some of my alumni probably vouch for me on that, but I can't recall a counselor from the 9th grade to the 12th grade telling me, RJ, if you do ABC 1, 2, 3, you can get at Tennessee State University, or you can go to Notre Dame, or you can go to WashU, or you can go to St. Louis U. Those things really wasn't an option for me to drive for at that time. So for me, my only thing was getting away from home, because I was excited about leaving home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I left, I went straight to Germany. You know what I'm saying? I went to another country. You know what I'm saying? And took it from there and just learned what I learned from the neighborhood, because the neighborhood is really what raised us, man. The school just really nurtured our sensitivity on our learning process, but it wasn't really the teachers, it was us as the student body. We made that thing pop. You know what I'm saying? When you went to a Riverview football game, that was an event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You went to a Riverview basketball game, that was an event. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Just like when you guys was there, man, it meant something. So as far as I'm concerned, when we came up during that time, the student body made Riverview.
Yeah. Oh man, but it's like I say, it's amazing, and it's kind of disheartening, because like I said, you go visit. When I went to visit the last time, the school itself on campus, it was like, yeah, okay, and they were just going through emotion, and it wasn't a real love for it. But when I'm out here and I'm wearing, like I said, wearing this hat or wearing one of the View Times shirts or whatever, they break out, man, and the people that went to Review, they looking, and if it's a cashier, I give them a check out as I'm getting ready to leave. I went to Review too. I said, oh, okay, you did? I said, well, yeah, you need to come to the picnic, because when we was at the picnic, you need to come to the picnic and yada yada. And that same summer, they would show up and say, hey, it's me, remember? Yeah. And it's like letting people know that because the family piece is missing up there, man. I've got friends whose children are 25 and 26 years old. They see me tomorrow. Why you wearing all that Review stuff? I said, because that's where I'm from. Well, I went there too, and after we get to talking for a minute, all of a sudden they're like, I need to give me one of these shirts and one of them hats. Oh yeah, because it's a pride thing, man, and it's beautiful to just be anywhere and see somebody from the crib, from the view.
Yeah, from the view, baby. And then too, Cecil, I just want to rehash on what you just talked about. Sometimes, man, it's our jobs as OGs to reach back down to the younger G's and let them know what's going on. And I feel like it's my obligation to come back and reach out to them. They don't know us from Adam, just like we don't know them from Adam. So we got to be able to meet halfway in the middle and say, hey, man, let's look at it a different route, you know?
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons why during this pandemic that I started this show back up, was that I wanted to let kids know that, hey, you never know who you sit next to in public. You never know who you may see, and you like speaking to them, and then find out that, wait a minute, you went to Review? Yeah. Wait a minute, you a doctor? You a lawyer? Wait a minute, you went to Review?
Yeah.
I mean, that was because I started a video piece when we was getting ready before the pandemic. We was getting ready to where I'm trying to set to where we could show the kids, these are people who went to Review, and let them understand that, I mean, you got a legacy.
Yeah. We got value in what we do. And see, that's why I'm so proud of you, man, in the direction that you took. Because you was like our understudy. You was our little man. You know what I'm saying? So we had to make sure, man, y'all was cool. We had to make sure that y'all knew what y'all walking into in Mr. Mitchell's office or whoever else's office you walked into. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
you know
yeah, oh yeah.
So when you walked in these different arenas, you can kind of prepare yourself to what to brace for, man. And that was important, man, because we didn't want you guys to be cut off at the waistline.
Yeah.
What y'all needed, big picture. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, and like I said, you helped it, cause like you say, it was some people that were supposed to be helping us, whose goal was to try to mess us all the way up to where we could be one of those statistics. And like I say, y'all wouldn't let that happen to us. And I appreciate them conversations, because like I said, you will pull us to the side. Hey, little dude, y'all messing up. Get it together, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing about now is that when we go, and as far as you writing and being in grade schools, whatever, it's going to the kids and the young people and telling them this, and hoping, you just hope that they receive it. Because majority of times, like, oh, here you go, here's the OG talking, and they don't think that we talking about nothing that's relevant,
right?
And they block it out. And then when something happened, they people looking at us, someone, I wish you could have, I talked to them.
Right. And see, a lot of things, so man, we have to humble ourselves, man, to understand that they still developing, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of things, man, people got times for different reasons, man. So I try not to look at nothing from a judgmental standpoint. I just try to look at things for what it is, the facts, and make it happen. I give you a prime example for me. See, so I'm one of those guys that tell you, man, that, you know, I'm not going to tell you what not to do. What I am going to tell you is when you're tired of running and you're tired of ducking and you're tired of sleeping with one eye open, one eye closed, come on and jump the fence and get with the good fellas. We got plenty of seats for you and the boys, and come on and check us out. You know what I'm saying? So when you get tired of that, just know you got a plan B.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Because we preach it to you. You done heard that 1,000 times.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? My thing is, I don't want to judge you. I just want to let you know, man, it's only a couple options in this move. You know what I'm saying? But if you can come over here with the good fellas, we can get you on something different and see where you go from there, because you deserve that. You deserve a family. You deserve kids. You deserve a wife. You deserve a future that you can look at to feel good about. So if we put that in their spirit, they can walk like that. They can talk like that. They can move like that. But if they don't have anything plugging into them that's on that level, it's kind of hard to generate that when you don't got no blankets, see? So you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I mean, like you said, you said the key word there. It's hard to get it if you ain't got an option. If you think that you ain't got no other options, then you can't get mad at nobody for doing the only thing they know.
Right.
If they ain't seen, like you said, if they've never seen anybody with a suit on, with their pants pulled up, speaking clearly and to the point of what they're talking about, then when you come to them looking like that, they're like, okay, what I'm supposed to do with you now?
Right. But then too, I put the ball in my other players' court, because you got to want to receive that. It's one thing telling you, but you got to want to receive it once you get it. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing with our youngest is let them know that they got value, and once they see that, they execute on that. But it's hard to see that if that ain't presented around you.
Right. And like you said, you said another key piece to where you got to want that. Like I said, you used to tell, I mean, I said, I'm telling you, you and TC and James King, I used to hear y'all say stuff where it's like, dude, I can't do it for you. If you don't want it, then I can't, me showing it to you and you wanting it is two different things.
Right. That's exactly right. See, I can show you the paper, but if you don't want to make the paper ain't gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is, baby, bro. We was like that on Y'all Young.
Yeah.
How you want to do it? You know what I'm saying? You can play yourself or you can be a part of the game.
Yes, sir. And then I was, like I said, I was doing a little picture scrolling, and I saw you with another one of my, I mean, to this day, he's still another one of my big brothers who he pulled me, when I see him, he pulled me to the side and said, hey, you all right? Talking about James Bell. Lefty.
Oh, yeah, Lefty, that's my man.
Lefty been on me, man, since me and his brother Arnold were in 6th and 7th grade, what we would look at it like, ooh, hey, let me talk to y'all. Talk to y'all. Look here, don't do stupid stuff. Da da da. And we like, all right, it's coming from lefty. So hey, we're gonna be on the up and up. And I mean, man, it's just great to see him and y'all now. When y'all see us with a smile, because y'all like, all right, you did good.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's the reward of it all. You know what I'm saying? Because when we came up, Cecil, man, we didn't have to worry about was our classmate not gonna make it over the weekend for class Monday.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
That wasn't really part of what we was on. We was on making our money, the girls and sports, and looking good doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And everything else was creativity. How you did it was how you did
you
it.
did.
You know? And did nobody look alike? Nobody had the same style. Everybody did their thing, and it was just respected on that level. You know what I mean?
And I think based on what you just said, do you think that's what's missing is the fact that we strive to be individual to where our style was our style. We wasn't trying to be like or look like nobody else. We would get mad if we came in the room and got on the desk. Ah, man, how you got the same shirt I got on?
Right.
But I mean, it's like you said, the whole key of what you're saying is creative thinking and being creative. That's a piece that I'm trying to figure out why in the grade schools it's more being taught to be uniform and one mindset, to where the creativity in certain cases seems to get lost. Is that what you think about that one?
Well, I think creativity is an individual thing. You know what I'm saying? Because what makes it hot for you may not make it hot for me.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that, I think that's an individual piece, but I also think that's something that you can be introduced to. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean when I was saying earlier, where we have children creative workshops, where we put them on writing assignments and put them on where they can create their own superheroes and their likeness and present that. You know what I'm saying? And just use those little snippets to create something bigger. Because once you put yourself in a box, it's hard to think out that box if you don't have no material to work with. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.